Hello all and welcome to the Duplicate Success International Monday night webinar. Today is Monday, August 8th. My name is Jared Krebs. I'm an Emerald Director out of San Antonio, Texas, and I have the distinct honor of introducing the hosts of tonight's webinar. They are very well-respected business leaders and mentors in this industry. You will definitely want to have your pen and paper out, sitting up, paying attention, and taking notes as you learn how these industry experts continue to build their business successfully. They have achieved the rank of Executive Gold Director within our company. They are the co-founders of Duplicate Success International. They are amazing leaders, mentors, and most importantly, I'm very proud to call them my parents. Randy and Viola Crebs, are you on the line?
We are on the line, Jared. Thank you so much for that nice intro. We have been USANA associates for 10 years, a little over 10 years now, and since using the USANA products, our health has never been better. The finances from our USANA business has given us the freedom to choose how we spend our time, to be able to travel, and best of all, to make a difference in other people's lives as well. So let's get started.
All right, we start all our webinars with going over our DMO, or daily method of operation. So that's use the products every day, AM and PM. Do your 2-2-1 for the day. That's 2 new prospecting conversations, 2 follow-ups with prospects on the fence, and then 1 call to the existing team member or client. And third, 15 plus minutes of personal development material each day, either books, audios, or even this webinar does count. Now, part of the DMO, Jared introduced a while back the cycle tracking sheet that we keep track of our clients and associates weekly. We added to that sheet this previous week a DMO tracker to help us keep track of our clients and people, or clients, or the prospects that we talk to. And that can be found on http://trackers.teamdsi.info. Again, this is a brand new form that we just put the DMO tracker on. It's at trackers.teamdsi.info. And so on the back page of it, it's two pages, so you can do it double-sided. Here is where you can also track all your new videos, follow-ups, even your taking of your products and doing your personal development, all tracked for the 6 days, all on one convenient form. Examples for invite scripts is, hi, first name, how's it going? I just wanted to ask you a little favor, but also wanted to catch up with you first. How's it been? So catch up with them for a couple minutes, just using the form, talking about their family, their occupation, what they do for recreation. And then, well, the reason I was reaching out is because the company I'm working with part-time has a 12-minute YouTube video presentation. I need to practice it on someone I trust. Would you be willing to watch it and let me call you afterwards to ask a few questions? Of course, they're your friends. They're going to say yes. So that's basically, this business is following scripts. And some of the best scripts are found on the http://warm.teamdsi.info. So that's your scripts for warm market prospecting and enrolling. Start out with also some team recognition. Want to welcome new clients to our team. Welcome Dora Gomez, new client introduced by Carlos Gomez. Welcome Jacqueline Gomez, new client introduced by Carlos. Way to go, Carlos. Welcome Grandma Gloria, new client introduced by Sabrina Castro. Also welcome Melissa, new client introduced by Sabrina Castro. Great job, Sabrina. Welcome Sue Coy, new client introduced by Ryan Coy. So good job, Ryan.
Okay, now let's welcome our new associates from last week. Welcome Brian Clark from Salt Lake City, new associate introduced by Ida Williams. Welcome Stephanie Giles from Santa Quinn, Utah, new associate introduced by Randy and Viola Krebs. And we have Stephanie on the line. Stephanie enrolled on Friday, so you can see a picture of her here with her custom pack that, or actually it was a packaged pack that USANA has, and we're in the diamond room, and we're looking at all her products here. And so, Stephanie, are you on the line?
Yes.
Yes, awesome. All right. Well, you know what? The team wants to meet you. So can you tell them a little bit about yourself and what you're excited about with USANA?
Okay. I'm from Utah, and I've grown up most of my life in Utah County. Been happily married to my husband for the last 17 years. We have 3 beautiful daughters, almost 15, 13, and 11. I've worked off and on as a CNA probably the last 13 out of 20 years. I've been in the medical field. I have my degree in accounting and started to go back to nursing school, but my health's just not quite where I want it to be. So I'm really excited about the health benefits and stuff that USANA has to offer, and hoping that my health can improve.
Well, Stephanie, I'm really excited for you as well, because I know that you are in the right place here with USANA. With your attitude and your positiveness, I know that USANA is going to really make a difference in your health, because it has for so many other people. And we're really happy to have you on our team. What I'm really excited about is that Stephanie is going to be able to attend International Convention this year. So she'll be a brand new associate, just in for 2 weeks, and she'll be with the team. And is there anything else you want to say real quick?
Not that I can think of.
Okay, well, you know what? Tomorrow we're going to get going, and I'm excited about Stephanie because our training today is going to be on how to have a successful USANA booth. Well, Stephanie was the outcome of a very successful USANA booth that we just did a couple of weeks ago. So you can keep that in mind, and we'll move on. Thank you so much, Stephanie.
Yeah, thanks.
All right, want to cover some rank advancements that's happened with our team. Congratulations to new believer, Isaac Zink from Portland, Oregon. Way to go, Isaac. I know he's working till 8:30 or 7:30 Portland time, so he won't be able to be on the call, but very proud. You know, this was a double advancement for him. He went right from sharer to believer, so great job, Isaac, and looking forward to more advancements in the near future. Special recognition. Also, congratulations to the newest Pacesetter, Rodolfo and Stella Olaya from Bogota, Colombia. So they're a lifetime Pacesetter. What that means is they enrolled 2 associates that totaled 800 points in their first 8 weeks of their business. So that is awesome. They'll have this lifetime Pacesetter recognition, of course, for life. Very good. Good job. Also, special announcements. U.S. Convention t-shirts. They're still on sale. However, they are almost sold out. Some of the sizes I have heard they're running out of. So if you are attending convention, or even if you're not attending convention, and would like to order a convention t-shirt, call the customer service at USANA at that number on the screen, 801-954-7200, and order your shirt. If you are not going to convention and order a shirt, you're going to have to arrange for someone to pick up your shirt and bring it back to you, because the only place that they will be available is at International Convention on Wednesday, August 24th. So excited, and I know a lot of our team has already purchased their shirts. Just a friendly reminder, when you enroll a new client, we want to put them on our Facebook client page. That's USANA client page. Basically, you have to add them as a member, so they need to be your Facebook friend. Then do a little write-up on them and just welcome your new client so that we as a team can welcome them also. For new associates, go to Team DSI Duplicate Success International Facebook page. Again, same thing, enter them as a member and do a write-up on them. And we as a team, of course, will also welcome. So, and as a team, please remember, team, that this is a great place to welcome our new clients and associates. So if you see them, a new client, new associate, take a minute, like the page, and just a quick welcome. Because again, we want everyone to feel welcome and excited to be on part of this amazing team. Also, your new associates, put them in the hybrid solutions page. This is a great page where you can search different health conditions and see what other associates are using product-wise to help with that particular condition. Again, you just search the group there for the different condition, and a lot of things will pop up where you'll have many options on reviewing what people are having success with. All right, we're going to start the training portion of our webinar. And again, our training portion is on how to have how to host a successful USANA booth. Now, I'm going to start this training here in a couple minutes. At the end of the training, I'm going to open it up to questions so we can answer anything that you may want to ask during the training. So take this number down. This is my cell phone number. It's 801-870-1630. Again, 801-870-1630. Text me anytime during the training portion, and then you can either text the question or just text, I have a question, and I will open up your line at the end so you can ask, and we can provide the answers to questions you may have. So I want to take a 5-second break, and then we'll begin the training. Hello, we are Randy and Viola Crebs, Executive Goal Directors from Salt Lake City, Utah. We have been USANA associates for over 10 years, and our health has never been better. We enjoy that our USANA business gives us the finances to create basically our own life, and what a great life it has been. So I want to go right into tonight's training on how to host a successful USANA booth.
Okay, so over our 10-year career, we've done only a few booths. So I'll have to tell you that we haven't done a whole lot of these, but we always have team members, and I know Jared does as well, that want to do booths, and we want to give them some kind of strategy, because when we first started doing booths, we had no idea really. To me, it was just like, I guess we'll just give samples and see how it goes, because no one taught me how to have a strategy with a booth. Over the years, we've actually had to learn each time what has worked for us. And we do that through a plan, do, and review strategy. So you can see that there's a person here with a booth, and what are we going to do with that? Okay. So having a USANA booth is another way of building your USANA business. So we recommend hosting a booth only after you have mastered the basics. So that means that you are going to become really proficient at prospecting, presenting, following up, and having some experience under your belt already. And the way that you get this experience is you follow the system of Team DSI, and you actually get that experience. And this happens only over time, and you follow the system, and then you can have a booth, because you have a little bit more posture, because you do need some posture with a booth. And for us, doing a booth comes as an additional way to reach people. The option of doing booths has actually fallen into our laps. We did not start our USANA business and immediately want to do booths. In fact, it never really entered our minds to have a booth until people started asking us to do booths. And so Randy's company, if they'd have a health fair, they'd ask us, he wasn't working there anymore, but they'd ask us, we know you're with USANA, do you want a booth? So of course we said yes. And also the USANA Amphitheater concerts is another place where we have had the opportunity to have booths. So on this training, we are going to focus on our most recent USANA concert booth. So we did a booth about 2 weeks ago, and it was at a Weezer concert. And USANA has the top leaders locally have the opportunity. You need to be a gold director or above to work a booth. And in doing that, you can get your team, which the team doesn't have to be gold and above. They can come in and help you and work with you on the booth. So we do the same method, whether we are at the concert booth or a health fair. So USANA sponsors this sweet amphitheater located in Salt Lake City, and there's great performers such as Boston, Dave Matthews, Pitbull, Marilyn Manson, Josh Groban, Toby Keith, and those are just to name a few. And so it's a venue that holds 20,000, isn't it?
Yeah, it holds 20,000. There's kind of an aerial view of it. 13,000 sit in the grass seating, so it kind of gives you an idea how big it is. And then there's 7,000 reserve seats closer to the stage. Booth locations, there's actually 2 booth locations. There's one on either side of it, and we set up these little tables, our little booths, at each location.
Okay, so we haven't spent, Randy and I personally have not spent a lot of money to host a booth. Yet we haven't, because people have asked us to host them. Although we are considering doing that now because we have had success in sponsoring clients and associates from our booth contacts. But in our earliest years, when we first started doing the USANA concerts or other booths, I mean, we've done one for a Pilates studio, and we did not get any sponsors because we had no strategy. So we, like I said, we had to learn the hard way. And when you're considering doing a booth, first of all, let's go back to that picture of the booth. Okay, right, that one's good, the USANA. Oh, first consider the venue. What kind of people will be visiting your booth? A health fair, perhaps, where people maybe are in the looking zone for better health. That's a great one for USANA because we are about health. Or maybe a job fair because there are entrepreneurs that are looking for an opportunity to have a business. And so now at the USANA Amphitheater concert, you would think, well, that's not really a health venue because the concert has nothing to do with health. But what's so lucky for us is that we have name recognition at this concert. So people are really curious about USANA. They don't even know what USANA is. The majority of the people that here at this concert have no idea what USANA is. It's really surprising, but they think we're affiliated with concert work. And so we have this booth, and so they are very curious. So let's talk a little bit about return on investment, because this is huge. I know this is important because you got to look when you're going to have a booth, what is your booth budget? Like, you got to look at the money it's going to cost you. Because I've seen some conferences, they charge $500, $1,000, $1,500, even more for just the space to have your booth. And, today, right now, I think I may be willing to pay $300 to $500 because I feel like I've got the experience now and I really have a strategy. But again, look at your return on investment because there are no guarantees. How many people does a conference expect to walk through and go to your booth? You got to look at all that. And what you really want to do is you want to keep it simple. Okay, now I'm going to show you a picture here of a USANA booth. This is not our booth. I have never had a booth this elaborate. One of our, I guess it would be Crossline USANA teams hosted this booth at the Southtown Center in Salt Lake City. And there's a team of people here. They're USANA associates that we know and we're friends with. And this is an elaborate booth. You can see here that they've gone through the expense of having these professional signs made. These are not USANA from USANA. They actually had to work it into their budget. And they're pretty pricey, I'm sure. Probably had Kinko's make it or somewhere. And they've got nice tablecloths. You can see a very beautiful display. Those are probably full products. You can see the little cups with Rev 3. They're giving away samples, and you can see stacks of brochures. Now, I don't really know what their return on investment was, but my guess is that they probably paid over $1,000 just to set this up.
I would think 1,000. So, you know, if you're going to spend that kind of money, you're going to be expecting quite a return. And I'm not sure what kind of return they had.
Okay, so now look at a simple booth. This is the example of our booth at USANA 2 weeks ago. Now you can see this is our dear friend and business partner, Phyllis Walker. We were manning the booth, and like Randy said, there's 2 booths at USANA, one on the north side, one on the south side, so we can catch people as they walk in both entrances. Well, USANA, the amphitheater, provides us with a table, and it's not a very big table. So you can see here that, you know, our sign was not made by Kinko's. It was seriously just handmade. And you can see that that is a simple booth. A return on investment, like I said, I never paid a lot of money to actually have a booth. And you can see here that this is what we had on our table. You can see the comparative guide and the catalog. We have Lad McNamara CD, one Rev 3, a little informational brochure. We've actually had a few of the skincare products up, the mirror and the brochure, and a couple of the products of optimizers and the essentials. Those are actually empty bottles, and the plant and the soy, we didn't even have the whole line up of the My Smart Foods. There was wind that was just like coming in and out because this is an outdoor venue. So we had to put rocks in the bottles so that they wouldn't blow away and in the bags. And then we just used a Rev 3 box and used that as our drawing box. And you can see the little drawing entries, the tickets that are in front there. So obviously we're not giving away any samples, and also we're not giving away any brochures. So on the other end is a couple of USANA magazines and one Health and Freedom paper. So I'll tell you what our strategy is with our booth. So what we have decided to do is to keep it simple. We have had more elaborate booths before, and really the outcome has not been as good as the strategy that I'm about to teach you right now. Okay, so return on investment, we want to maximize our return on investment. You want to put those dollars back into your pocket, because I know when I go to a health fair or I see a booth and I see a bunch of samples on a table, I oftentimes just go over and I try the sample and then I walk away, and no one ever asks me for my contact information. So in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, wow, this person has had no return on his investment. And that's usually what happens. And, you know, if you have health and freedom papers on the table and you're giving those away freely, because that's probably one of our least expensive tools, I can almost guarantee that they're going to end up in the garbage can because there has been no value created. There's no time to create that value at a booth when they're just walking through. So keep that in mind. Let's talk about basic tools, okay? There is, of course, you need a table, some kind of a table. You need a tablecloth. And I know at International Convention, they'll be selling USANA logo tablecloths. You'll want a sign for the drawing and a drawing box to hold tickets, which we just used a Rev 3 box. I mean, you can get as elaborate as you want. So selected items from each product line. So you want a few products up from each product line. You want drawing tickets and you want pens. And the comparative guide, USANA magazine, Health and Freedom paper, and a Dr. Ladd CD and informational brochures.
So here I am, I'm on the other side of Viola and Phyllis, and my booth is in direct sun. It was quite warm. I'm glad I really didn't know how warm it was. I probably would have melted, but look how simple. Yeah, there's the sign in front, basically enter to win, and a few products as well, and comparative guide, etc. So it was a lot of fun. You can see underneath the table, there's my tools. So I'm ready if someone even wants to, you know, Jared always talks, be prepared. So there I have my box of tools where I have all my forms, my applications, price list. Just, you never know, but you always want to be prepared.
So like Randy mentioned, his box of tools goes underneath the table. Notice that Randy is wearing his logo gear. You want to wear your logo clothing. That's something that says USANA. I think his says the athletes. Mm-hmm. And then you also want to wear a smile. Look at Randy's smile. Like, would you be happy to go up to his booth? I mean, he looks happy because booths are very happy places and they're really a lot of fun. All right, so the way Randy and I have decided to build our booths is to not give away a lot of samples. And so what our main focus is to attract people to enter a drawing. So we have found that people want to win prizes, okay? They won't even care or miss the fact that you're not giving them a sample because they're going to be so focused on filling out an entry form, and actually they're going to kind of look that there's different product lines that USANA has, and they will be attracted to different product lines, some to the weight management, some to skincare, some to supplements, and some to Rev 3, and some to the business as well. So the purpose of the booth is not to give them all the information about the product line. It's just to explain a few key points and to also get their contact information. So next, to direct them to the drawing, to the drawing of the ticket, okay? So here's a picture of the ticket that we use, which is very simple as well. We created this and we just printed it up at home. And I really like this ticket because the person fills out their name and their phone number and what time is best to call them and also their email. And then they check what area interests them. So are they interested in a facility tour or a company overview? Of course, if you're not in Salt Lake City, you'll leave off facility tour. You'll only leave on company overview. You've got the healthy weight management and the skincare and also the Rev 3. So you know where this person's interest is. So I really like this form. And when they fill it out, I always make sure that I can read their writing before they leave because people are in a hurry. They want to go watch their concert. It might be break time or something. And so they sometimes write kind of sloppy. And so I read it back to them. And if I can't read it, then I rewrite it for them. And I'll also jot down notes about the person or maybe any conversations that we might have had because I want to really know how to connect with this person when I call them to follow up. Okay, so what kind of prizes are you going to have? With USANA, when we do a USANA booth, we're really spoiled. Like, we're really lucky here because they provide all the prizes. Like, that doesn't even have to come out of our budget. And so what they provided last time was a Health Pack 100, a bottle of Proflavanol C, a bottle of Precosa, 4 bars, a can of Rev 3, and a bottle of Hepacil. And, you know, these prizes do not all go to one person so that, you know, more people can win and you can actually bless more people's lives. So there's like 7 or 8 different prizes and that's what we did last time, but per table. Yeah. So you don't need that many prizes, but you just have to decide where your budget is. And I really like this because it's a better return on investment than giving out samples. I mean, you can, if you're trying to decide where you should put your money, I think in the prizes is the best place because this way you have their contact information and now you can actually provide value for that person. Okay. So what do you say to someone as they are walking by your booth? So you want to really attract them somehow. So what I like to say is just something very simple like, would you like to enter to win USANA products? Or, you know, we are giving away free USANA products. Would you like to enter? Or are you familiar with USANA health products? And, you know, sometimes they say, yes, I am familiar with them. Or most of the time they say no. So you can say, oh yeah, we manufacture products for the health and wellness industry. We have different lines of weight management and what are you interested in? And you can, you know, start these conversations. It's really a lot of fun. And then they'll look at the booth and then they'll start asking questions. So you'll be surprised how many people want to win. It's so much fun talking with all kinds of personalities and it's really a blast. But a little tip on where to stand at your booth. You want to stand behind the table like you saw Randy or to the side of the table because sometimes if you have several team working a booth, I've noticed that, you know, long conversations start happening and they, you know, stand right in front of the table. And then so people just walk by because there's nowhere to stand by the table. So I always suggest if you're going to have a long conversation, move to the side of the table and keep it clear for the people to stop by. So if the booth is yours and your spouse's, of course, you're footing the expense yourselves. You can actually decide how to run your booth. You don't really need to ask anybody. But if you're sharing the costs, let's say with team, then it's a little different. It's a little different because you have to decide how you will split the cost of the booth, and you have to plan together exactly how you will run it. So it's important to discuss beforehand how you will divide the names collected. So I think that, I always say that the person who does the most work gets more of the leads, because a booth is work. It is hard work. The work starts with gathering the booth items, and then there's the setting up, and then the actual working of the booth, and then there's the actual follow-up afterwards. So I always say to my team member that is working the booth with me that if they really have a good conversation and they bond with someone, to write their name on the ticket, because I want them to actually do the calling. So another tip is I like working a booth with no more than 3 people, because I feel that if you have too many people, you start to stumble over each other. Just make sure you have some fair system in place so that one person doesn't do all the talking. There's always plenty of prospects for everyone. It's an abundant world, so just be respectful to each other. And this is a really huge, important tip. Never, ever just send your prospect to your website. They will be lost. It does not work. They need the human contact. So sometimes it takes multiple follow-ups, but never, never, never send them to USANA.com. That's for sure, because then they'll end up ordering offline and someone else will end up getting credit for that. So basically, you just want their contact information and you want to be the person creating value. So what do you do with the entries now that you have all of these contacts? Of course, you're going to want to call them, text them, send them emails, send videos, and you're going to meet one-on-one with some of those prospects. And this is where the real work begins. And so you do not need to do the drawing at the booth. So the whole team or whoever you're doing the booth with, you're going to go home and you're going to actually put all the tickets in a box and draw the winners. Now, it's okay if somebody wins bars, for example, and has checked that they are interested in skincare. They still won the bars, and that's okay. So you're going to also divide the tickets amongst the team. And again, based on pre-decided way to distribute those tickets, you want to follow up within 24 to 48 hours with each. So for us, we do not mail prizes. I am not going to mail the prizes to people. So we call them up and we meet at USANA. But if you're not in Salt Lake City, of course, you'll meet at a coffee shop. And also for the winners, you look at what box they checked, because it's an opportunity to meet with them and address their interests and build better rapport. So here's our form, and you're going to look at it, and you're going to, first of all, you're going to start with a phone call, and if there's no answer, you're going to send a text. So you're going to say something like this. Congratulations, Carrie, you are a winner of a USANA Health Pack 100. It retails for $132, and you need to respond in 24 hours to claim your prize. Notice that we do put you need to respond in 24 hours, because if they take more than that, then we're going to redraw. So it's amazing how people will respond immediately when they get that. And let them respond and set a time with them that you can meet with them, and you are going to create value for this person. They are not going to walk away with their Health Pack 100 and not know what a quality product and how great it is, because that would be terrible. So now if your winner does not respond in 24 hours, you're going to actually redraw. And the way we redraw is we put all of the tickets, we look at all of the tickets where someone has checked all of the 5 different boxes, and we'll choose from those, because I figure those are the ones that are the most interested. And so they get another chance. And there's, like I said, this is where the work begins. You're going to be sending them information on wherever their interests are on all of the tickets. And if they don't win, I do not tell them they don't win. I just say, you wanted more information. I think that's the next script. I say, hi, Carson. I met you at the USANA booth at the Weezer concert. You checked that you are interested in a company overview. Do you still want that information? That's what I ask them. I call them first, or I'll text it. And if they say yes, I send them Jared's video that he just most recently made. And if I don't hear from them, I'm not sending it to them. So basically, we are really fortunate for Team DSI, because we have these great videos that we can send people.
So not only do you have the video, when you say, yes, I'm going to send you the video, you're also going to follow the scripts and set up a time to get back with them to answer any questions on the video, and then just do the close.
So these are all the different, if they're interested in the #1 rated nutritional supplement, we go on the Communication Edge on Health Pack 100 or Essentials, and we'll send them something from Communication Edge.
So if you haven't used the Communication Edge, it's awesome. You can set up a video card. Here's what I did for one of the people. I sent them a video card on the Essentials. Now, it's actually one page, but I've split it into two. So the top of it talks about the essentials themselves. The bottom part has a quick video on USANA. And then also what's really awesome is the e-card, video e-card also has all of your information right there on it. So just a very powerful tool. If you haven't used the Communication Edge to send your prospect, definitely use it.
Okay, so this person, this is how the script would go for someone that's interested in the healthy weight management. Hi, Carson, I met you at the USANA booth at the Weezer concert. You checked that you are interested in healthy weight management. You still want that information? They say yes. You send them mysmart.teamdsi.info. It's a 20-minute. Jared put this together, and I love this. I love this video. Next one is the same script, but it's Sansei science-based skincare. And I send them the whole facial.teamdsi.info, because they're going to get a little bit about the company, plus they're going to get the whole facial. So they'll actually see our products really well. Hi, Carson. I met you at the Weezer concert. You checked that you're interested in Rev3 and healthy alternative to energy drinks. Do you want the information? Yes. They tell me yes. I'm so excited with this one because I texted a person the video. It's a very snazzy, really cool little 1.5 minute Rev3 video. And then I told them I'm emailing you 3 PDFs on information on Rev3. This person was interested in putting Rev3 in her salon. So, and she's also very interested in health. So this was an exciting one. We're still following up with her. So make sure that all of your team understands the expectations for follow-up. So if your team is brand new and they don't have experience, you are going to actually call these people together with your team. You're going to make sure that they understand that, it's not just going to be a phone call. You're going to do text. This is going to take time, and it's going to be well worth it. You're going to get a lot of really good experience. And, if you have a person that is more experienced, you just want to make sure they have these scripts and that they know that they're going to actually follow up with maybe even one-on-one belly-to-belly meetings. So these tickets that you get from a concert or from a booth are like gold. Like it was really windy at the concert we were at Weezer, like at certain times. And I was like, don't let that box of Rev3 in our drawings, blow away. We actually put rocks in it so it would stay down. Most booths are indoors. You don't have to worry about that. So, 2 years ago, we had a booth at Randy's company, and we hadn't done a booth since then until 2 weeks ago because, we didn't have a lot of good results previously, but now we're having really good results. So I want to just kind of tell you about what those results are. So 2 years ago, when we did our USANA booth at Randy's company at a health fair, we got a client, and he has been on auto order for 2 years now, consistently on 156-point auto order. And the greatest part is that he has reached his goal weight. That was weight management, and he has been able to maintain it for 2 years. And as he learns more about USANA, he is using more products as well. So this is a very, very faithful client. So the Weezer concert that we did, the booth, we enrolled a brand new associate, and Stephanie Giles was the outcome of that. And we still may have more because we're still following up and meeting with more people tomorrow. But the third one is you have multiple contacts in the funnel. So we got like about 45 contacts just from this concert. And so, that this is well worth your time. Like, it might not have cost us any money when we did our booths so far, but it has cost us our time. Our time is very valuable. So you really want to use your time as effectively as you can and get results at a booth. So So I hope this information has been very helpful, and the most important thing about having a booth is to bless others as you have it and have fun in the process. So I'm really looking forward to having more booths and actually spending money now that I know what I'm doing and have a strategy in place. Do you want to say anything, Randy?
No, it was a lot of fun. I mean, it just the Weezer concert was sold out, so there was 20,000 people who may or may have not seen the booths on either side. So that's quite a draw of people at the concert. It's just an amazing venue. It's outdoor. It's beautiful after the sun went down, but just truly enjoyed running that booth. And the thing is, keep it simple. That's I think the key. Don't give away any samples because there's no return.
You can give away a brochure. Let's say if somebody's interested in a certain something or other, and you've struck up a conversation with them. I'm not trying to be cheap. It's just that I don't want my stuff to end up in the garbage can. So then I will give somebody a brochure, and then I'll pull one out of my tool and replace it. But just have control over that and be mindful.
All right, I'd like to open it up for questions and answers. I know I've got a few from Jared. Let me unmute Jared, and he can go ahead and ask the questions. Jared, you need to unmute yourself. There you are.
Well, first of all, thank you for the great training. I love everything you taught tonight. And I think you answered my question because I asked if you had scripts for the situations, the different situations, like the winners, the people who didn't win, all that. And you showed me those scripts. So I'm really excited to have this video recorded and to be able to go back and screenshot those and be able to use them. Some of the other things I just wanted to say that I noticed and really appreciated was the simple booth. And I liked how you showed an example of a complex booth. And the simple booth just makes it so much easier, it seems like. Great sign-up form. I love that. That's how you capture the phone numbers. And I love the advice about going to the side if you're going to be on a long conversation. And that it's an abundant world, everybody. There's plenty of leads for everybody. Really like that. And I also really appreciated the never send them to your website advice, because that's very true. I can tell you from my experience on that. I just want to thank you both, Mom and Dad, for all your hard work on this training, and that now we can have it and teach our teams how to use this to do boosts basically by having them watch this video.
All right. Well, you're welcome. And it is a fun team effort. I mean, it is something you can do as a team and just enjoy the camaraderie that goes along with it.
Let me ask you this. What happens when you have people, like, how do you divvy up the leads? Do you let people take, whoever comes and talks to them, it's their lead. If they come and talk to you, it's your lead. How does that work?
Well, that's not always the case. It depends. If you have to come into some kind of agreement, and it's good to talk about that beforehand, before you get the booth going. But what I like to do is, okay, if you have a special, conversation with someone, then yeah, that will be your lead. But if you don't, if somebody just comes and fills it out, and then obviously you're not going to put your name on it. You're going to have to just divide them evenly at the end of the day and just kind of count them out. That's how we've done it before with other team members. And, somebody might say, oh, I really had a good connection with that person. I want that person. So we'll say, okay, you can have that person. But, it's always kind of, there's a lot of work in putting a booth together. So if there's one person that's doing all of the work and they gathered the products and they've, set up the booth and they actually, and then maybe other team just shows up. Well, I think the one that did all the work should have more. It shouldn't be divided in half. I don't know if that makes sense, but it just depends. It depends on whatever, maybe that person that did all the work doesn't mind. They might be like, I'm okay dividing it in half. So, it's just whatever makes it run smoothly and in harmony with the whole team effort.
Okay, got it. So you're basically saying you're getting so many leads all at the same time almost that you just accumulate them and divvy them, but if someone has a special conversation with someone, then they get to keep that lead.
Yes, that would only make sense, because then they've actually bonded with that person.
And what you do is you would put your name on that slip as well, to distinguish that you did spend some time with that particular person.
And is the slips a half a sheet of paper, or how does that work?
I think
It's a quarter. It's a quarter.
4 on an 8x10 sheet of paper, and then so I print them out 4 per page, and then just cut them down that way.
And it was really fun. At the last concert we did, I had like 5 left before we were going to shut down the booth. So I was just being a smart aleck, and I lifted all my 5 empty ones, and I said, "Okay, everyone." I just "Okay, everyone, we're going to close shop. Last opportunity to win prizes from USANA products." And 5 people walked over and actually filled them out. I just kind of looked at each other and we kind of chuckled, because it worked.
Yeah.
It wasn't even a strategy. I was just kind of having fun with it. And so
that's cool.
Yeah, right at the very end.
Interesting.
All right.
Okay.
Any other questions, Jared?
No, that's it for me. Thank you for answering.
You bet. I don't see anyone else that has their hand up or have texted me any questions. So thank you for attending tonight's training on how to hold a successful USANA booth. All right, pull out your calendar, get ready for 2016 and 17. The 3 big events for 2016, of course, Las Vegas was in April, and it's complete. I think I need to mute you, my son. There you go. Salt Lake City in August, and we're 2.5 weeks away from the biggest event for 2016. And then finally, Las Vegas in December. The international convention is again Wednesday, August 24th through Saturday, August 27th. And it's the most important event of the year, definitely for USANA Associates. This is a must for anyone that is wanting to build or continue to build their USANA business. This year's convention is sold out. And this is our 11th convention and the very first one where it's sold out. Sold out is over or close to 13,000 people.
You can still get tickets, though, if you want to go.
You can still get tickets. You'll see people selling them on the hybrid or different areas or different city Facebook pages. But as far as a person, if a person enrolls, has vouchers cannot be used for this convention. However, I believe it'll be probably Saturday, August 27th. They can use their vouchers to apply or towards the 2017 International Convention, which I would suggest they do.
Right away.
Because next year is USANA's 25th International Convention, and most likely it's going to sell out fairly quick as well. These are people from Team DSI that are registered for convention. I think the count right now is 41. Stephanie Giles is, we were able to find a ticket for her, so we're very excited that she'll be attending convention. So there's an associate that joined our team last week and is attending. Again, remember to get your U.S. convention t-shirts. There's little hints coming up on what's going on with the convention. While you're in line, this is a problem that occurs sometimes, is people are shopping, don't know where to place their volume and spend a lot of time. So know your volume so that when you do shop, you know where to place that volume in your business to give you the biggest check. Again, you're going to put it in either your number 2 or number 3 business centers. Any questions, get a hold of your upline before you shop. Also commit to the 2017 International Convention. Like last year, we were able to buy 10 packs at an even reduced price. And so if you would like to be part of the 2017 10 pack, either get a hold of myself, Viola, or Jared or Crystal, and let them know that you want to commit. I think right now we have Catherine Lord, who said, yep, can't make this year, but I'm going to commit to next year's convention. Next week, we will be holding a training on what to expect at International Convention and convention tips. So this is another must-see for those that will be going to the International Convention for the first time. Las Vegas in December, that's GoPro, that's December 1st through the 4th, 2016. Again, these are people from our team that have already purchased their tickets for the December GoPro. If you would like to join us, tickets are $350, and I believe there's a few left. This is another event that's selling out quick. Save the date. The suite retreat is February 2nd through the 4th, 2017. Table of 10 is $850. I think Viola and Crystal have one table already. The single price is $95 for this event, and for women only. Sorry, guys, but this is definitely a great retreat for the women.
And it's a sweet event, women. You want to go to this.
So if you want to go, get a hold of Viola or Crystal at these numbers and get your spot for the 2017 suite retreat. Bonus trip that's going on that can be paid for. It's a little bit past that right now, but you can join the team. They're all going to Costa Rica, November 16th through the 20th. It's the Costa Rica Westin Golf Resort and Spa. Beautiful, beautiful area right there on the ocean. You got all this pools inside. You can go golfing if you want to. So if you had not been part of the last year's Success on the Beach and have won part of it, you can still attend this Success on the Beach, again, Wednesday, November 16th through Sunday, November 20th. Texas Associates, upcoming events. You have a fun night in Austin. It's going to be for the Landmark, free intro to Landmark. So that is going to be Wednesday, August 10th, 7 to 10 p.m. Also on Thursday, there's a USANA Healthy Mixer by Health Natural Solutions. So you can see the times and the locations for that. Friday is Story Night. It's going to be Dr. Paige Hunter, Foundation Executive, 2-star Diamond Director, and Vision Award winner. That's just, this would be one that I wished I lived in San Antonio to attend. Just listen to Dr. Paige Hunter. Amazing lady, beautiful lady. Utah Associates, we have a Health and Freedom this Thursday. It starts at 7 p.m. at the USANA World Headquarters. We're doing one per month, so this is the August one. There'll be one also in September. Also, September 10th at the corporate office, Viola and I are hosting the Love Life and Live It Tour. This is also going to happen in San Antonio on September 10th. I'm working the specifics. I should finish that up this week. I'd say it's going to start at 9 o'clock, go to around 11:30, and then we're going to follow with a barbecue and volleyball right there at the corporate offices. And as always, be prepared. This is where we can't stress more that you'll never know who you're going to run into and what tools you're going to need. So always be prepared with the tools to enroll someone that you may talk to and have interest. So again, thank you so much. We're right here at 8 o'clock, well, 5 minutes to 8. I just got another text back on the hosting a booth. This says, can you make up your own set of products for the winter? Of course. Yeah. If you hold a booth, again, consider your return on investment. Maybe you don't want to spend $123 on a Health Pack 100. You would want to get, say, a set of essentials. You'd want to choose one or two products from each of the product lines. So from the optimizers and from the skincare, maybe a can of energy drink and bars. So yeah, definitely can ask that. And that was asked by Melita. And then, did you make your own raffle tickets, just like are shown on the webinar?
Those are ours.
Yes, we did. We got the logo. You can get the logo offline and put the questions to it. And so you can put any, I would say stick with what's there. But other than if you're not in Salt Lake, you're not going to have a facility overview or tour.
No, you can do the company overview.
Or a facility tour. So again, yeah, it's a script. We will make that script available through our team DSI. Jared asked me to put something together on that. So I'll be putting that as again, there's 4 per sheet, and I'll remove the facility tour portion and then let people know when that script is available. All right. So again, thank you so much. One more thing. Let's see. Ryan Coy. Ryan, are you on the line? Ah, you are, Ryan. I just unmuted you, Ryan. Are you there? You need to unmute yourself. Oh, Ryan Coy.
Yes.
Oh, there you are.
Yes.
Well, welcome. So, what were your thoughts of this webinar tonight, Ryan?
No, I liked it. I've always been curious about, different ways of promotion and how to reach out to people. And it was actually something that it had kind of, been in the back of my mind as far as, again, just thinking outside the box and, ways of reaching out to people and getting in touch. So, but I like the concept. I like the idea. I think that's definitely a great way to do it.
Did you have any specific questions on how to host a booth?
Not at the moment. I'm writing my notes down. Yeah, I was looking at, of course, when Viola was discussing, the different places where they would check, and if they were interested in one specific area, then you'd send them to this direction and et cetera, et cetera. So just kind of, looking at that. And then, of course, if they were interested in the overall aspect, then, we would I would assume we'd go through that 12 to 15 minute initial video that you would do on that initial phone call.
Right. Definitely. Yeah.
That's what's so great is that you can individualize where a person is. And so that's what I love about Team DSI is we have all these great videos that Jared has made for us. And it's just, you just can copy and paste so much of it and get it done quickly, but it does, make it so that the person gets the individualized information.
Right. Now is that, I guess that could go either direction as far as whether it was an associate and or just a client, or is that focused more towards just associates?
Well, it's for just the general person. You don't know if they're going to be an associate or a client. They're just wanting information. So I always treat them like I want to give them the information they want. So if someone's just interested in Rev 3, I'm not going to give them the company overview. However, once they see that and then I follow up with them, then the conversation might lead to that. And then I'll say, well, you know what? I'm going to send you the whole company overview so you can watch it. And then I want to follow up with you. When can you watch it? So you're kind of going back to your skills that you learned with the basic manual so that you can, yeah.
Okay.
And also congratulations on your enrollment of your client as well. I think hopefully you saw where we had, was that your mom, Sue?
Yes, it is.
We had her picture up. So congratulations on enrolling your mom. That's awesome.
There's nothing sweeter than enrolling your mom, huh, Jared?
Yes. All right. Well, it's 8 o'clock here in the Mountain time zone. If there's not any further questions, I'm going to open up the lines now hold on. For those that are left, I know a few people have
Have to leave.
had to leave.
And we're going to close the training with thank you and God bless.
I'm almost there. All right. Everyone wants to just say good night and God bless, and have a great week, everyone. Good night.
Good night.
Good night,
God bless.
everybody. God bless. Get some sleep.
All right, God bless.